First tip is just to have a diverse set of mentors. Now, this may sound obvious, but me personally, I didn't have a diverse set when I first started out with mentors. Now, by diversity, I mean both gender and race, age, but I also mean having ones that are in different professions. On that note, I understand that it can be hard to find female mentors because there are not as many in a huge way that are in powerful positions. They're just not. So it is harder to seek them out and find them, but I've now been more active in seeking them out nonetheless. So meet with as many as you can. Sometimes I meet with older people, sometimes I meet with people fresh out of college. I definitely have my biases on who I like to meet with, my preference, but I just think it's so critical to not meet with the same person every single time and try to have different types of mentors. Second tip is don't ask someone to be your mentor. Sheryl Sandberg talks about this famously, and she said that it's kind of a lot to ask of someone to just meet them and say, hey, will you be my mentor? First of all, not a lot of people know what that means. Second of all, it's a huge time commitment, especially if you want to meet with someone who's pretty high up there. They probably have a very short slot to meet with you, and being a mentee to someone is a time commitment for both of you. So instead, I would just approach it as, hey, I have some questions about this profession I want to go into that you're into. Is there a time we can talk for a few minutes? That, in my experience, is much more successful than, hey, will you be my mentor? I love reaching out on LinkedIn. You can also just meet them at conferences or events you're attending through your school, and then just ask them for their business card or their email there. And then I have met a lot of mentors through other mentors. So those kind of relationships will just develop naturally if you're seeking people out that are in the same field that you want to go into. And I think there is a lot of serendipity if you're really just grinding and trying to meet people that you feel could help you and that you could help them ultimately as well. Make sure that you prepare before you talk to the person. Don't ask them, where did you go to college? All that information is online. Really stick to questions that are going to help you, that are specific, that you couldn't find online. And this may sound obvious, but I definitely made that mistake in the beginning when I was first talking to people, and you can tell it just bothers them because all of that stuff you should come into the meeting knowing so that you can just be ready to hit the ground running, because they probably won't be able to give you an incredible amount of time when you're with them. It's really important to feel comfortable during those meetings, especially with the Me Too movement and sexual harassment in the news. And oh my goodness, I can't tell you how many times, because I have met with so many people, mostly men in powerful positions, that they've just made all kinds of comments that have made me very uncomfortable, and I just thought that it was normal. And I think with all the attention in the media and now having female mentors, I know how very unnormal and inappropriate it was. I'll talk about that more in another video, but I hope this was helpful. Just a few tips on mentorship. Good luck with meeting with mentors, and I will talk to you guys soon.